Okay, we're talking hanging art, and it can be a little nerve-wracking. We've got an expert here, but how do you know whether you're doing it the right way, or are you going to end up like my house with a million little holes in your wall? Well, TAM Stone with TAM Stone Interiors is here with ways you can hang your art beautifully every time. Okay, Tam, first we got to talk about the tools. Is a hammer and a nail not the only thing I need to do this?
It can be, but you end up with those million holes in the wall typically when you do that. But you know, when you try and hang gallery walls, whether they're very random or very symmetrical and straight lines,
right.
You really need to have a few tools with it, including the hammer and the nails, but also a tape measure.
Okay.
And we used to kind of go through the thought process of just laying everything out of the floor.
Right, and I've done that.
Get it how you like it, measure it, and try to get it on the wall, but you still—
It never translates to the wall.
It never translates to the wall, and you're off by ½ an inch. So you're moving your nail up ½ an inch and over ½ an inch, and you end up with a million holes. And so I've got a few tricks here that will really change the way you go about hanging.
All right, let's hear them.
The first one is if you create a strong horizontal or vertical line in your setup, if you're going for that very kind of structured, traditional look, if you create a strong horizontal line, it allows there to be some forgiveness in the vertical and the other spacing. So you'll see an image that'll come up here in a little bit with a green background. It's got a very strong horizontal line. And even if everything else isn't quite lined up, your eye is drawn to that strong horizontal line. The easiest way to do that is just go grab some painter's tape and make a line as thick as you want to. What I've done in this one here, obviously the top is a strong horizontal as well as the bottom right here. And so when I did all of my framing, I made sure when I hung this, and I'll show you the trick to hanging it here in a minute, that it lined up on this line.
Great advice. Okay, very good. And then what else do you have for us?
Okay, so now we say, oh, we want 3 inches in between each of our pictures.
So we try to like do the...
Yeah, so you've got a tape measure here and you're trying to draw it and it's not lined up on the wall or anything. Well, this is a sticky...
Is that sticky? Oh, I like that.
Sticky tape measure. So you just rip off what you need, and let's say that we would like to come over here.
This is amazing.
This is cool.
Yes,
yeah, it's a life changer. And so anyway, you come over here and say, oh, okay, I want to have a picture that's going to come 3 inches off of this picture that I already have, because that's what I measured. That's what I like to set up. Then the next little tool.
I have never seen this before.
This is called Hang and Level. I love it. And what you do is you just take your picture and you hook
right in the back there,
right on the cord or right on the little thing here, and then you come up, and in this case I have my strong horizontal at the bottom, and I come over to about my 3-inch mark right there, and that's where I want my picture to be. Right, I'm hanging it. I make sure that it's level.
Take
do
that
this
off.
real quickly.
Yes.
And all you do is you press this little button here. Now I'm on a canvas board, so it's a little bit different, but it'll leave a tiny little hole in your wall, which is exactly where your nail is supposed to go.
I love that. Is cool? Amazing. Because you always put the hole and then it either hangs too high or too low.
Yes.
Tam, you are just a lifesaver. I will never hang things the same way again. I love that. That was a great little tool. I will give you this.